All right, hello everyone, it's Ferric, and welcome to day 7 of the Jobless walkthrough series preliminary episode. I'm calling it the preliminary episode now because honestly, a lot of stuff this week has been just trying to figure things out, and I've been learning so many things as I go that I kind of change up what I want to do every single episode. So we're going to talk about a lot of those things, but obviously if you saw my recent community post, you would know that the preliminary episode is going to be split into 2 more episodes at the end, or not episodes, sorry, 2 more streams. So there's going to be day 7, which is today, and day 8, which is Saturday, both starting at 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So today, obviously July 25th, Thursday, and then July 27th, Saturday. And after that, I'm going to be taking a break until next Thursday, which is where we're going to start the actual episode 1, which is going to be called Gold and Gardens. So anyways, this stream, we're going to get started with our XP grind. I finalized a way to do some XP grinding for now. Once I'm able to get Storm Shark, and I actually forgot to turn my volume up, so I'm going to have to do that right now in game. But yeah, once I actually get once I can get the training point that I need for Storm Shark, it should hopefully become a lot easier to or it should boost us a little bit in the amount of XP that we get per hour. But last stream I did run into issues with people trying to join my fight, so what we're gonna do from now on is just be in the Golem Court. So the way this works is I don't need Fairy. I'm obviously gonna have a bunch of these Spirit Armors, and trying to remember, yeah, so I have 3 Lightning Bats, 3 of these, and the idea here, once again, keep in mind, it's about the amount of mana you spend, and it is, and by the way, I do hope I am live. Yo, chat, let me get the one in the chat just to make sure I'm live, because today I decided to have my Chrome minimized. I think I finally figured out how it works, but anyways, so the way this works is, why this deck, there we go. Okay, so, Calypso responded even before the message went through. But anyways, the reason why we're doing this deck, first off, Novice Myth deck gives us a lot of space with how much TCs we can hold, which means we don't have to refill our TC as much. But the way it works is, once again, the amount of mana you spend is equal to 3 times for each mana spent is how much XP you get. So for 1 mana spent, you get 3. For 2, you get 6. Etc, etc. But then also for casting 0 pip spells, which you need to build up pips to be able to use that mana, you also get 3 for each 0 pip spell. So we're going to be casting a spell every single turn, and the reason why I have 3 bats in is because I'm going to discard 2 bats to try to pull with some Spirit Armors early on, and we're going to try to use up all these spells and cast as quickly as possible. And the reason why we're using Storm Hits is because Fizzling still uses your mana, and a Fizzle is very fast animation time. Again, keep in mind we're trying to get the quickest amount of XP per hour, and the total amount of XP that I need, I did the math, it's around 2,800 or something like that. And, if I just really quickly take out the calculator, let's just say it's 2,900 divided by, and I did the math, it's 900 XP per hour on average that I get from this strat, which is a pretty good estimate. 3.22 hours, so that's why I've split it into 2 streams, because if I do 2 2-hour streams, that does give us a little bit of time to do some other things as well as get through my little yap session that I always have at the beginning and the end of the stream. So without further ado, let's not wait too much time. And so I will eventually Storm Shark. It's just I don't have the training point to be able to get that. I hope I get that at level 11. If not, I'm gonna have to wait till level 12. But there is a lot of stuff that I want to talk about, and we're gonna talk about it while we're grinding. So anyways, let's just jump right into it. I'm not even gonna time myself because I already know everything I'm supposed to do, and we're just gonna. I've done a little bit of practice on my main account with all this stuff, so I'm pretty quick on the draw, so to speak. So let's not waste too much time. So the things I wanted to talk about, because oh my goodness, I found out last stream so many things for this series, and after looking into it, dude, this series, dude, I'm literally so ready to just delete. What was that pause? That was okay. The game's lagging. The game's lagging a little bit. We gotta be careful. Yeah, so there's so much that I found out that I can do with this series now, and honestly, I'm genuinely considering deleting my main accounts after this first preliminary episode, and one of the reasons for that is actually because I want to focus fully on this account. One issue I had with the budget walkthrough was the fact that I had a main account, and that kept me distracted from being able to really fully focus on the budget walkthrough account. What I really need to do is stop testing these things off stream. Sure, I didn't do it on this account, so I'm technically not making progress. Like on the budget walkthrough, if I was trying to figure out how to do something, I would actually do that stuff on the budget account off stream and then kind of explain to you guys, hey, I did this off stream, this is what I got off stream off testing. Now I'm going to show you really quickly on stream, but then a lot of the grindy stuff I'm going to do off stream. Which obviously with this kind of series, I don't really want to do that. I want to show pretty much, I want to show literally every kind of progress we make on this account on stream to the point where I don't even log off. Unless, like, I literally log off in front of you guys on stream and I log in, I press the play button on stream. So that's how seriously I'm taking the, you know, documenting every single part of this series. So that's one thing. What did I get a message from? Oh, dude. On what you just heard on my phone, I'll explain that in a second too, because it's a pretty funny story. But so, oh my goodness, all right, I'm gonna mute my phone for now. So I forgot, I lost my train of thought. I lost my train of thought already. Yeah, the budget walkthrough. So I had my main account as a distraction that really held me back, and plus I was doing a lot of off-stream grinding, so that really held me back from a lot of the content. And the way I'm doing things on this series is the way I want to do things from now on, how I'm going to change up things. So what I'm trying to get at now is I'm going to be deleting my budget walkthrough account and my main account for a few reasons. One, if I redo the budget walkthrough at some point, I want to completely redo it from the beginning and only focus on one character without having other things as distractions. That's number one. Number two, a lot of the things that I've gained progress on my main account has been through, you know, packs and stuff like that. And obviously I'm super against packs, so I think it clouds my judgment a lot when people watched me from the beginning because my stuff was very relatable. That's one of the, I was going through the comments of my budget walkthrough videos as I was bringing them back, and one of the comments I got was, hey, I really respect your content because unlike other WizTubers, you're not spending crowns on your walkthrough series, and this is very relatable to me. And I thought that was really cool, but because I started playing so much on my main account on stream, and I wouldn't put that content on YouTube, that held me back from, first off, I was super lazy, but that still held me back from being able to reach my full potential. So I'll be able to give up that stuff completely, but the reason why it's super relevant now also is because all of the stuff on this account will be documented, and obviously without having a main account, I wouldn't be able to test out a lot of these things off stream anymore, which is a good thing. Starting episode 1, when I officially start the series, because again, level 12 is technically the preliminary part of the series. We haven't really started the series yet because a lot of the juicy content comes once you hit level 12. I do want to do things differently once we actually get started. And because I do both streams, and I'm also going to edit out the streams into an actual like quality episode where I'm trying to, you know, tell a story about, here's this goal that we're trying to solve, you know, here are the steps important steps that we're taking, and that way I make this nice, you know, maybe it's going to be a 1 hour video, maybe it's even less than that, probably going to be under 1 hour, but it's a really nice, well edited video that a lot of people can watch and get all the important stuff they need. But the people who want to follow along on stream and see that full experience can see it at the same time. That's one of the big advantages of doing this on YouTube now, doing everything, the streams, the videos, everything on YouTube, the community posts, all that stuff. So starting next season, whenever I do these small things where I'm, you know, spending a crazy amount of time, and they'll also make it so that the streams themselves are easy to do. I never want to do these like very like super ultra structured streams because it's not as fun that way when I'm doing things super structured, in my opinion. So yeah, it lets me avoid that. It lets the streams be much more chill. We can truly document all the progress because now even the stuff that I'm learning is going to be completely on stream. We figure out stuff together. But then the video is this nice, like, quick, solid, like, guide type thing for people. So, and yes, what Chase said, free to play forever. If I ever do budget walkthrough again, which means at that time I'd be willing to start spending money on the game again, which I still don't see myself doing, honestly, very soon, or anytime soon, then it would all be documented once again, because it would be a different account, not on this account. It would be on a different account, and now I only have accounts where I'm only doing stuff on stream, not doing anything off stream, because first off, I just don't even have time to do stuff off stream at this point anymore. I have to do things on stream because if I'm playing the game, that's time taken out of other important things I have to do in life. So if I'm going to be playing the game, I should just stream it. I need to get rid of this mindset of where, you know, I'm just playing on my own type of thing, because I just don't have the time to do that anymore. So it also solves that issue of, you know, making sure I'm using my time properly. But yeah. I do recall way back you talked about possibly retiring from Wizard101 and streaming because of the amount of responsibilities you had to deal with IRL and had less time. Yes, exactly. But I have now gotten to a point where I'm able to manage those things, and until a certain point in time, I think I'll be able to do this for a long time this way and really, you know, build something unique, which has kind of been my thing since the beginning. I've not done things that everyone else has done. When I first started, the budget walkthrough was a super unique thing. It wasn't unique because other people played that way, but it was unique in the sense that, unlike what the other content creators was doing, I was playing that way that other people, and that's why I feel like the budget walkthrough was super likable. And honestly, I'm not gonna say that I'm taking credit for a lot of the other walkthroughs that happened as a result, because obviously those people came up with those ideas on their own. But I feel like, in my opinion, the budget walkthrough elevated the baseline threshold for what is expected of walkthrough content in general. No longer is walkthrough content really this thing where you just kind of just play the game and just play out the storyline. And I'm not criticizing that type of content because people do put their own input in, but because I added this little twist to it and that became a walkthrough series that people really liked, that kind of raised the bar for what people have to do with their walkthroughs now. And nowadays, even the budget walkthrough is like such a basic concept that people are doing crazy things like, for example, the Nuzlocke stuff. That is in fact, the Nuzlocke stuff is like the most popular type of Wiz content that even exists nowadays. So, and I think that's really, really nice because it increases the effort that's put into a lot of Wiz content, in my opinion. So, I think that's great. But yes, so some things I wanted to talk about. The reason why I definitely now know I can do this series for a long time. The Portal of Peril event that we figured out last time. We realized that it's level 30 plus, which means I was like, you know what? This is not something we're going to be able to do for a long time. But I take that back now because I did the math. I believe it'll take me, and that's assuming this current farming method, this current 900 XP per hour. I believe it'll take me not much more than like around 130 hours of pure grinding. But that's with these, like, our farming as we get higher and higher levels improves, and I'll have much more knowledge. And now we have this thing where it's like, yeah, you first get a wizard to level 12, but now that you're level 12, now you do gardening, now you do gold, now you earn gold from gardening, now you start doing decathlon, now you can start doing beast moon 2 for cosmetics and other spellements, things like that. But once you get to that point, now it's like, let me continue my XP grind, and now let me get to level 30. We're at level 30, I unlock Portal of Peril, which gives me a good amount of XP if I do that for a few months, which levels me up even more. And now it's like, hey, hold on, let me grind all the way up to level 50 now with XP grinding. What do I unlock at level 50? I have access to a bunch of gauntlets that give PvP meta gear, and I unlock ranked PvP. By the way, Portal of Peril, all these events, you can craft the spellements for your spells. So it is literally possible to partake in PvP in this series in a reasonable amount of time. That's an idea that I have, and what that means is we literally have infinite content without Wiz even considering making Arc 1 free to play. So we're literally playing all of Wiz, we're just removing the premium areas from it, but we're still able to access so much content in the game. I'm super for asking that, but why don't you continue the storyline? Because that's the point of this series. The point of this series is we're exploring everything that Wiz has to offer without accessing the premium areas. It's unique in that sense. Every other walkthrough is the content, the actual premium areas. Some people stop at, you know, Dragonspire. I believe the Wizlock, the super ultra hardcore Wizlock that Xerath does, stops at Dragonspire. And then a lot of other walkthroughs, you know, you'll go through the whole game. This is unique in that that's the one thing we're not doing, but we are now actually taking a deep look at the other events, and the entire account is going to be focused around those other events. And there are now pretty much, besides like 1 week every few months, there's 2 events running at the same time. So there is always something to do in the game, even if I'm playing it every single day. So 130 hours of non-stop grinding will drive you insane. Again, that's just an example. That's not necessarily how much it would take. And plus, Who says all that grinding has to be at once? Who says that grinding even has to be just XP grinding like we're doing right now? That XP grinding could be farming a boss to get something else, to do something else, you know? There's so many possibilities that now that this idea is in my head, there's stuff to do now. So I think that's, you know, I think that's pretty cool. So yeah. Oh, the arc 1 and 2 spellments are locked behind the badge requirements for finishing those arcs. Oh, really? Well, we can still do PvP though. We can still do PvP, and you know, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. And even if we can't do any of that, even without Portal of Peril, I believe we already had infinite content. Decathlon is gonna take forever to get everything. Beast Moon is infinite content in and of itself. Pets are infinite content, and we'll figure it out. That's the main point I'm trying to make. We'll figure it out. But yeah, who knows? The only way to figure out for sure is by actually going through it. There's no way to know how fun it'll be or how good it'll be unless we give it a fair shot. So we're gonna try all that. Low level X PvP is still an option with house tours. Yeah, but I'm talking about actual ranked PvP. I'm not talking about practice. Practice is kind of it's kind of whack, you know. PvP without spell elements is crazy. I mean, we'll give it a shot. It's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. Although I think it is kind of, that is kind of unfortunate that you have to unlock. Like, why do you have to? Like, for crafting purposes, I get for earning them as like a quest reward type thing. Yeah, it's locked behind a badge because they don't want you to. But what's the point of level lock then? I thought the whole reason they locked it behind the badge is to not trivialize lower level combat. If your level is being changed in Portal of Peril, why is it now still locked behind a badge? The whole point of the badge was that you don't drop down levels to try to farm them as like a high level. But now they're adding this level locking feature. I thought the whole point of that is so that you don't have to deal with all that badge nonsense, you know? But again, we're assuming a lot of things right now. We're assuming a lot of things, and I don't want to, you know, let the idea just sit in my head for a bit. Let me feel happy about this, because, you know, it's just something to look forward to as something that's, this would be in the very, very distant future. So, yeah. What's with all the traps? The way the XP farming works with just combat is each time you cast a spell, you get 3 XP for that spell. So I'm just casting whatever 0-pip spells that I have access to. And I have a lot of myth traps. I have 3 of them, plus another 2 from my amulet. And then on top of that, for every mana that you spend, you get 3 XP per mana that you spend. So this gives me 9 for that spirit armor. Well, okay, I don't know about getting number 1, because you have to keep in mind, we are super limited. So trying to get number 1 in any game mode, that's not the goal of this series. We're going to try our best. We're going to get number 1 for ourselves, not number 1 compared to other players, because we're at a significant disadvantage in this series. So I don't want to make it impossible. I don't want to make it seem impossible. We could try that. Yeah, we could go for it, but I think it's better to go for something that's realistic, like try to be the best that we can do, you know? And plus, Castle Tours is one of those things where I'm either going to be at an advantage or a disadvantage, because either people are going to know who I am and downvote me, or people are going to know who I am and upvote me, and it's just going to be hard for it to be a fair, you know, goal to get, because it could be rigged type of thing, because now I have people watching me who could potentially upvote it, or people who are haters and downvote it. It's 2 sides of the same coin, but yeah. We'll try our best. We'll see what kind of furniture stuff we can do, what kind of houses we can make with the furniture that we get free to play. So I'm getting like 84 XP, 90 XP for these fights. I think I should definitely get to level 11 this stream. Someone earlier said something about how much XP you get. It's every 4 levels for a training point until level 20. Past that's every 5 levels. Okay, so it is going to be level 12 then. That's unfortunate. That means I'm going to have to use this method for the entire time. I could always go for fishing and you know, because I do need gold anyways, but I don't know, it just takes up so much time, and I'm already on such a time crunch. We could just get the gold once we do the red barn farm stuff, or we could just get the red barn farm once we start the first episode. Traditional tutorials like pet making, free to play, or gardening, or is it gonna be only stream? No, there will be tutorials as well. Yes, that is definitely something I want to do. I want to do guides. I already had a guide idea, but I'm thinking I want to wait on it because there's this other idea that I have that could improve the guide further for the XP grinding guide. So that's one thing. But I'm trying to think, what other like mechanics have we figured out in this so far? I don't know. Why not buy Storm Shark TC, saving up on gold? Yeah. If I'm gonna spend gold on TC, it's gonna be on stuff that's gonna help me out the most, and spear armor, like for the amount of time that you spend, is the best value for the amount of gold that you spend. So it's spirit armor and Kraken, but Kraken requires one more turn, and then I have to buy 2 TC for each thing that I do, whereas the spear armor I'm just buying one type of TC. The gold mechanic. Yeah, things like that. Like there's plenty of mechanics that we're gonna have to figure out. But yes, there will be guides on how to do it best free to play. The one thing I will say with deleting my characters is I will move certain things to the shared bank, probably only the gold keys, because those gold keys I did earn a long time ago with friends, and one day I do want to just be able to allow those friends to be able to use the keys that they rightfully have been waiting for. So, but yeah, there will be a day where I probably just end up deleting my character. So, selling and defeating of the half for gold. Oh, that one? Yeah, but that's last time we figured out it's a good way to get gold if we're on like a crunch and at the beginning, but I think it's very quickly going to become not a very fun method to get gold. That's my hypothesis. But yes, we will master every side activity, because that's what this series is. This series is all about side activities. Yeah, at one point in one of the versions of this that I was testing, I was trying to test out Fairy or Pixie just to heal him in combat, but I think it's worth just the extra second or two that we take outside, because it just makes the fight a little bit more annoying to have to cast Fairy. Plus, if you accidentally misclick it at the bad time, it just becomes annoying. It's not the best value in terms of how much time you spend casting it. Also, do I have a bats in my hand? If I do, I need to discard it, because I discard up to 2 bats. I discard the first 2 bats always. I do. Is your deck completely full? It is not. But that's because I don't have any more 0 spells besides the Golem spell. But the Golem spell isn't worth it because it prevents me from being able to fizzle my lightning bats, because that's one of the ways that we get a lot of XP. The fact that Storm has low accuracy, you can spend your mana with a very short amount of time by fizzling your Storm spell. And by having a minion up, now even if you fizzle your Storm spell, you can't have an opportunity to recast it because now your minion might power. So minions are just not worth it in my opinion for this strat, based on my testing and everything. Hurry and do get to level 30 so you can do the Portal of Peril Kappa, lol JK. In due time. So Portal of Peril will definitely be a thing we're going to wait until way later on. Once we do events, I can start collecting. I think it's okay to start collecting the credits for Portal of Peril and then save them all for the rainy day once we do eventually hit level 30, but it's definitely going to be more end game stuff, and then the end game is going to be PvP. But if I really can't use Spellements at all, then it is going to be kind of annoying. I still, man, if that's really true that I wouldn't be able to use Spellements, I find that so dumb. I don't think Spellement should be locked behind a badge, especially now that there's level locking and they have that as like an added mechanic. You can level scale up or level scale down. There's no point in having the badge mechanic anymore. With going for Tempest or Judgment, it is. Actually, it is. And at some point, I think the best character for XP grinding, if we're going to choose one character to get up first, it would be a death character where I train life spells, I think. But then again, that's going to make it tough for PvP if I just train into life spells. Because I don't want life spells actually for PvP. I would want either storm or ice spells. Maybe some other school spells depending on which Rochambeau spells are most useful. Because the one issue is we won't be able to do training point buybacks. I actually am curious if it costs me any crowns at all right now. It probably does because it's probably... The amount of crowns that it costs is probably a factor of... A ratio of how many training points you're buying back compared to how many overall you can buy back on your account. Like how many overall training points you have available at all. So if I only have 3 training points available and I've used all 3, it's probably going to cost me the full amount. But I don't know. Because I do remember for training point buyback on my main accounts, sometimes when I only bought, when there was no member benefit for the training point buyback, when I would buy one spell by mistake and then go back to train it back, it would be free. It would still cost 0 crowns. Because as a like ratio of how many training points I have overall, the amount that I've spent is so small that it just calculates that as pretty much free. You can buy back your training points once at level 12? Really? That's good. Maybe we can use that to our advantage. It's just picking a myth wizard. The reason why I did it was because of monstrology, but now that I'm thinking about it, it doesn't make sense to lock myself to a myth wizard just because of monstrology. I could explore the fact that you have multiple summons on a myth, but I don't need to have it like that as my main character. So I think I still would want a death character to be my main character because that is still my favorite school. It's a pizza man. How you doing? What is this XP farm? It is casting as many spells with as short animation time as possible and using up as much mana in as little time as possible. Benefits on monstrology. It's just a side activity to explore. There's not as many benefits when you are free to play like this and you don't have much questing, because you can't use them in Decathlon, can't use them in Beast Moon, and they're not really that useful in the other gauntlets, I don't think. So it would mainly just be an activity to explore, I guess, and just to like display as rare monstrology summons in your house, but they're not really rare because you can't even access 90% of the mobs in the game when you're free to play. So yes, it is based on mana and cards used in a fight. So these 0 pip spells that I'm casting are still gaining me XP. Wow, 2 power pips. So the best way to get a lot of XP, I think, is going to be to actually train Spirit Armor from the Life School. That way I don't have to spend as much money on TCs. Although if the gold farming works so well that Spirit Armor becomes a negligible cost to grind XP, then I won't really need to worry about that. But the main thing is getting a pet with Berserk Kraken, because that has 55% accuracy, which means we have a high chance to fizzle a 4 pip spell. So that's probably a very easy way to just continuously keep on farming 12 XP at a time, because you're just fizzling half the time on that spell. So your XP per hour that you get from that one spell alone is so high that maybe at that point your plan is to just shield, and then just spam Berserk Kraken until you can power it. But obviously you would want to not power it because... And wow, I almost messed up there and casted Bats because I was distracted. No restriction with getting decks from the Bazaar. Well, if it's going to be a very rare deck, then I won't get it, but people don't really care about dex until the highest levels. So we should be fine. Yeah. Do you know if you pin messages to chat for FAQ type things? I said last time that I would do that. I don't know what I would pin for this time. I think I said I would try to do stream goals, but our stream goal is pretty obvious. It's literally in the title. So there's really no need for a pin message today. At least I don't feel like there is. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're correct. Yeah. So the more deck space is especially useful on a Death Wizard, because on a Death Wizard, you, as a free-to-play player, this is another reason why Death is so nice. As a completely free-to-play player, you get access to both your Blade and your Trap, which is 2 0-pip cards, plus you have your school's double shield, plus whatever school you train into is double shield, plus your single Death shield. You have access to so many spells on a Death. So many 0-pip spells on a Death, I should say. Did I mess up? I feel like I... How many shields do I have left? How do I have 2 shields left? Did I feel like I messed something up. Chat, what did I mess up? Why do I have an extra pip here? Did I accidentally pass one turn? Huh, I have no idea. Whatever. If I fizzle this, then I'll shield, absorb, and then hit again. Nice, perfect. That's good. Because absorb is our fastest way to get XP by far. Yeah, I don't know what I did. I think I just accidentally passed a turn. I just wasn't paying attention. Yeah, Ice has to wait till 38. Yeah, Ice is a struggle. Maycast pet for XP farming and Decathlon for first pet. So, right now, we only care about getting to level 12. So, an XP pet is not a huge concern right now. But there is, I believe, some sort of XP boosting pet talent. And yeah, having Maycasts, high pip Maycasts would definitely be helpful. Which, yeah, honestly, a Decathlon pet wouldn't be bad for that because it just has so many heals. Although, a lot of those heals are very long animation time. In Decathlon, you don't really care that much about animation time. So. OMG, I love Decathlon. Yeah, Scroll of Fortune also gives XP elixirs, although those are very short, so we'd use them in like one XP grinding session. And yeah, it would definitely help us out. We could also just save them all for a rainy day, or if we're smart, we would just use them every now and then. Because you want to be able to use them. Did I fizzle again? Wow, that's very lucky. I'm gonna get so much XP from this battle. I'll use up all my spirit armors. Buy empowers with gold and get into trading. I will like later, once I've explored everything, then I'll do that. But for now, I don't want to do adding people is against the rules, so that would happen after we've literally explored everything. I think you can sell a trophy for 60,000 CC. Best way to progress. Worked for me very well. You can sell trophies? What? I did not know you could sell the trophies. That's crazy. How do you even sell them? Because someone would definitely have to snipe that from the bazaar, right? Okay. Well, we're going to get so much XP from this fight. $129 XP, bro. That's crazy. We had to use a lot of absorbs and a lot of mana that fight. chat over. Yo, we're literally betting on freaking. Oh my goodness. How many pips? What is my pip chance? I'm curious. 10%. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the decathlon top 3 is we're not gonna go for that. That's you're right. You're correct. I'm not gonna have time for decathlon achievements. We're not going for time-based achievements. We're going for just getting things done and trying to achieve goals. And yes, I will be doing all the progress on stream, so we will have an accurate picture of how much time it could take the average person to do all this stuff, especially if they're following along. So, AFK spinners so you can do housing tours and use housing gauntlets. AFK spinners so you can do housing tours and use housing gauntlets. If you mean using glitch, then no, I'm not going to be using any glitches. And any game breaking glitches. If it's a glitch that's used to get around, Zara said it best. If it feels like cheating, it's against the rules. And I believe using a glitch like that to have access to something that I could just access through Portal of Peril anyways, I believe is cheating. Cheating within the context of this series. Within the rules of this series. Guild donation. Oh. Oh, and then someone else could randomly remove it? I thought guild donations were permanent though. I thought once you put something in a guild house, you can't remove it without just deleting it. Maybe that's not a thing. Maybe they changed that. I don't know. Is Portal of Peril level locked? It level scales you to whoever's the highest level, or if you're solo, it level scales you to whatever's the closest level band, I believe. But I think you also do have to be minimum level 30 to unlock to have access to it. So yeah. Oh, the decorating guilds. Oh, okay. So you sell it for a 60,000 crowns code for just interesting. Okay. But yeah, as you said, I do not have the time for top 3. This is a true Nuzlocke run then. Well, we've definitely I don't know, have we quit out yet? I don't think we have quit out yet from a fight. Maybe we actually no, we definitely have. I'm pretty sure we have quit out from a fight before in this series, so definitely would have already failed the Nuzlocke or whatever, but this is not a Nuzlocke. There are already other challenges which make it so that, I mean, there's no real like specific long-term goal that we do from the start of the series. It's about exploring things. So this is not really your Nuzlocke type walkthrough. Yes, I will do the 5 boxes event while it's running. Some of these are attempts at loopholes. Yeah, again, I said it last stream. If it feels like it's cheating, it's cheating. The point is we're not to try to find loopholes. The point is to try to explore without trying to find loopholes. We're not if you're looking for loopholes, you're looking at the wrong series. Because if we go for loopholes, why not just buy membership at that point and just do the budget walkthrough again? Why not just buy the zones and just do the budget walkthrough that way? Which, if I ever do the budget walkthrough again, instead of buying memberships, I'll probably that's another thing. Is when you buy memberships, you feel compelled to rush. Otherwise, you're not making full use out of the things. Plus, without the member benefits, I think it would be pretty cool to see what you could do. But it's just, once you buy the zones once, I can take my sweet time to do the budget walkthrough whenever I want. Don't have to feel rushed to do anything because I'm not on any kind of time crunch for membership, any of that, so. You're a non again? Yeah, dude, because you were absent, bro. If you're going to be a mod, you got to be here. Also, the people in chat have calmed down since, so. What's up, Blip Past? Tough. What is this series? It is the Jobless walkthrough. It is Wizard101, but completely free to play and no adding anyone. You would try to use all loopholes? Well, that would also make for an interesting series too. But I don't want to do that. I feel like the budget walkthrough was a lot about finding loopholes. And I was fine with it for that series. Because I would use all the codes, all the everything. I just wouldn't buy crowns or bundles. But why not kill the monster? What's the point? Well, we are XP grinding right now. So as you can see, I'm getting 84, 90, 84, 84. Last fight I actually got 129 XP. And by casting these spells, they give you... And I actually... Okay, I thought it fizzled. They actually give you XP for each spell that you cast. The finishing hit is... And in terms of how much time is spent, this is what probably... Especially in terms of, you know, not spending too much gold. This is, in my opinion, the best way to grind for XP. And I'm just on the loading screen. It's fun. Oh, wow. Look at my XP. Wait, dude, this is working out, bro. This is working out very nicely. I'm almost level 12. I'm almost level 11. Wait, should I... I mean, I'm also 40 minutes into the stream, to be fair. I was going to say, should I just go and do some fishing and then level up and then do some more fishing? But last time I got 10,000 gold and that really turned me off from fishing. So, but we will need more spirit armors too. So maybe I should do some fishing. I don't know, dude. No, so it's not, instead of questing is literally like, there's no point in doing this walkthrough if we're questing, because we hit the paywall. We're at the paywall. We don't have any more quests to do. But yes, in essence, that is what we're doing. Yes. Why is getting crowns from trivia not allowed? Because that's just boring. I don't want to get crowns. Period. I don't want to use crowns on anything. It's a loophole to get around the rules of the series. In a way that's not time efficient, doesn't make sense, is very boring to watch. Just isn't good content in my opinion. Yeah, what Asmar said. Just buy crowns with real world money and buy every single zone, and then you can easily XP farm. There you go. Yes, exactly. Instead of paying for the game, yes, exactly. But I'm also not, so we're not XP grinding just to get to max. Like, that would be an insane thing to do, in my opinion. We're XP grinding to get to level 12 because there's not enough quests to get me to level 12. Yeah, that too, Blast, that too. But how is this good content? Well, if you don't think it's good content, you don't have to watch. But I think it's pretty good content. A lot of other people think it's pretty good content. So maybe this specific part is not good content because it is just repetitive stuff. But this is a necessary evil. We can't really get around this. It will become... That's why I'm not even calling this episode 1 anymore. This is just the pre-episode. These first 8 days are the pre-episode. It really begins next week once we start doing gardening and start getting gold and start doing the other stuff. Exactly what Pizza Man said. Gotta do the boring stuff first and then do the other stuff. Yeah. What are all the traps for? They're just some of the only 0-pip spells I have available to be able to get a lot of XP. Just confused about the... No, that's fine. I don't believe you're hating. So once we get to level 12, we get access to gardening. Gardening gives access to infinite mega snacks, infinite gold, which gives us access to pet snacks and pet training to make all sorts of pets. And that allows us to make a decathlon pet, and then decathlon is a ton of content right there because there's so many things to go for in decathlon. So... Well, Finn, I don't think it's hate. I think some people are just genuinely confused. Because that's another thing we're trying to do with this series. We're trying to bring awareness to some of the other content that's in the game. There's so many people that don't even know what Beast Splinter Decathlon is. Most people just know regular Wiz PvE, and that's all they know of the game. And then they also know that there is PvP, but most people stay away from PvP because they're like, yeah, it's toxic or whatever. So... I don't think people are hating. I think people are just genuinely confused. Although, it is kind of annoying when I get the comments where it's like, you know, this is kind of pointless, is it not? which is like, bro, I mean, that's a philosophical question. Is there really any point to anything? You know? Yeah, no, you're good. You're good, Finn. Don't worry. I understand, like, in a way I do feel kind of that way too, but I have to learn to just deal with it, because I just have to consider there's just people that don't know about this, you know? There you go, Curious Minds. That's what I used to do as well. Yeah, Beastman, all the events are completely free to play. Technically, some of them could be considered not free to play, because through normal free to play, it's really hard to get to that level. Like Portal of Peril, for example, you need to be level 30. And that's at least 100 hours of XP grinding, I think. But it is technically free to play. And also, this series can be applicable to someone who bought membership at one point, but now doesn't have membership, but they are at a higher level to be able to access those things. So now they can look at, hey, what is the lowest common denominator where this guy is doing these challenges? So if he's able to do this much stuff, what could I do at my level? If he's having fun, if he's enjoying, if he's able to have access to all this content free to play, then me as a higher level who has access to more things inherently because I'm a higher level, I can do what he's doing but more, you know? You should make a short AMD link to your live stream in the future. You have to repeat yourself. Well, so I kind of do have that. The first video in this playlist pretty much explains everything. But every time someone comes into chat, I also don't want to just be like, hey guys, just go watch the video, just go watch the video. That's so yeah, maybe I should just have a pinned comment. Maybe I should just have a pinned comment, but I mean, what else would I talk about? I feel like when a new person comes in to ask what the series is about, I do add a couple things onto it, so maybe it's not bad if we're just saying the same thing over and over again, because I find a different way to say it. I don't know. Currently midway through Mushu. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't done that kind of questing stuff in a long time, so I would personally don't know. Could make a command. Well, I think a pinned chat message is just better than a command, because that way people immediately see it instead of having to do something to get that. What's the reason for stacking the shields? No reason. It's just these are 0-pip spells that I have access to that are not treasure cards. So I save gold. I have access to them all the time. They're fast animation time. I get mana XP from them, so yeah. Love your spirit. I'll be frustrated. Oh, you should have seen me on day one. Day one, I was not happy at all. I was just wondering, what have I done? What did I do wrong? But I just have to realize that's how it is. When you're not a first-time streamer, but you come back to streaming from a long time, it is tough because you're back to that first-time streamer mode, but now people are acting like you still have all that streaming skill, I guess, of being patient with chat, all that stuff. So, because I'm a filthy jade. Yeah, I guess. I don't know how. I don't remember how many bats I discarded. So probably only one, because I would have had. If I discarded 2, I would have already had a thingy by now. But that's okay. I mean, I have an absorb, so I can actually use some. I can use some 0-pip spells for a while. That like 500 absorb, that basically allows me to tank at least 5 hits, because most hits, like the average damage that happens from a hit is below 100. So I can technically tank 5 full hits before the 6th one starts doing damage to me. 2 cards left. Wait, I messed up. I forgot to restock my absorbs. Yeah. I should stop casting 0-pip spells, just use up my absorbs and just... Okay, yeah, I messed up. I messed up. Alright, we wasted a little bit of time this run, but that's not the end of the world. It's just one wasted run. I should have realized. I was looking at my card count and it seemed kind of low, so... That's okay. Please don't fizzle. Okay, actually, you know what? It's It's still good if I fizzle. Because each fizzle is still worth more than an absorb. Nah, never mind. No, it's not. Is it? I don't think it is. I don't know. Red Barn Farm is the end? Yes, to be clear, yes. I'm not going for Red Barn Farm anymore because there's certain things that I want to get done before I leave. And at this point, I've realized that it'll take us too long to go for too many different goals at once. So we're just gonna... Plus, gardening is part of the next season anyways, or the next episode anyways. I need to get used to just calling them episodes. I'm not used to that. Okay. Stay cross streams. I don't know how YouTube works. Well, no, but you just have to do it once at the beginning of the stream, and then no one ever has to do the chat command again. So, plus I could do it before the stream even starts. It's not difficult to do it. Is dual schooling Storm a good idea as a death? For PvE, you don't need dual school. For PvP, I mean, yes, but it's when you're dual schooling, you're not using that school to do the damage from its hits. Really, you're doing it to be able to use the utility from that school. Have you explained your gardening strat? You saving for next episode? It's more of that I haven't really thought about it that much. I know I do want to get deadly elephant ears because that's going to be our main way of getting snacks. There's no easy way to get evil magma peas. I could get infinite evil magma peas from fishing, but one, they're hard to take care of because their pests are higher rank, things like that. So I don't even know if I'd actually be able to take care of them, but deadly elephant ears, I think I would be able to take care of them, and they're a lot easier to get. Like I can get them through vendor seeds. I don't have to do any kind of crazy fishing to get them, so. You just have a lot of leftover training points. Oh yeah. I mean, I would still save them because then if you do change your mind, then you're gonna have to wait for a training point buyback benefit. Otherwise, you have to spend your crowns. So, Healthy also drops Tempest. If it does, that's very good because yes, Tempest is honestly, if there's a way to really XP grind, Tempest is the way because again, you have that very high chance to fizzle the spell. But now, if you're fizzling a Tempest at max pips consistently, you're literally getting 21 XP per round that you fizzle, which is really good. And actually, if you're on a Storm Wizard and you have Storm pips, or if you just have high power pips and you just get Storm pips, now you actually have a chance to get up to, what is that, 52 XP or 40... frick, I'm bad at math. Yeah, 42 XP per turn. I haven't slept since 10 p.m. last night. That's my excuse. Gear with power pip chance. Well, once you hit level, like if you were to get to level 30, for example, like let's say you wanted to do Portal of Peril and you did get to level 30, but now you want to get to level 50 for PvP. What you do is at level 30, you start to get Athames and rings that give a ton of power pip chance from the bazaar. So you buy those, you get Pip Plenty and Pip Boost on your pet. And then just max out your power pip chance because you don't care about stats at all for farming this. And yeah, there's also power pip gear starting at level 15 as well, so. So yeah, you do need more XP per level as you start to level up, but at the same time, you also get power-ups that can help you get more XP per level, or per hour type thing. Target goal level? For now, it's just level 12. Level 12 unlocks so much content that I don't see myself going past level 12 for a long time. Because we're either going to be doing Beast Moon Mayhem, Beast Moon Hunt, Decathlon, or Pet Training. Those are the 4 things that we're going to be mainly doing. And then obviously we're going to be doing gardening all the time. So with all that, we just have so much content that... Oh, how much do you need for Arch Mastery? Oh, Well, you can buy the Archmastery Jewel at any level. At that point, you just have to find a piece of gear that gives a socket. And at level 15, I believe that's the first piece of gear that you can get that gives you a socket, unless you use it on the Decathlon deck, which in case you can use that at level 0. But with a Decathlon deck, the issue is you can only use TCs and or item cards, which if I get the Berserk Kraken pet, actually I could do. Or honestly, is there a pet that gives you a Tempest item card? That would work too. But and honestly, that way you could do it so that at like the lowest possible level you could start immediately getting like the best kind of XP farming. Housing dungeons require adding someone to be able to use without a glitch, so I will not be using those because there's a no adding rule. You have very limited energy? What do you mean? You don't need energy for Decathlon, you don't need energy for Beast Moon. You don't need energy. I mean, you need energy for pet training, but I have access to 6 characters. Plus that 6th character, if I can get enough gold, I can basically have infinite energy just by deleting that character and creating a new one. Blast, you can do housing laws. That's what Portal of Peril is. It basically is an event that lets you run the housing gauntlets and it runs every single month. Oh, it's not kioskable? That would probably make sense. Nope, not going to be using the free membership. Oh my goodness. Okay. I think it's time to put a... no, I will not be using gauntlets. Or... Cause, dude, I feel like I'll answer it and then half a second later someone will immediately ask the exact same question. No, I will not be using gauntlets or trivia or free membership during this series. I think that covers the 3 main points. So let's do that and then let's pin message. There we go. No, I will not be using gauntlets or trivia or free memberships during this series. There we go. Bro, someone watching this VOD on replay is gonna be like, is this guy insane? Like, why does he keep repeating himself? Although then they can just check the chat and see if people keep asking in chat. But I don't know. I mean, what else do we talk about? Ferric is finally free. Yeah, dude. Why wouldn't you trivia? Dude, that's actually what it's gonna be. Now it's gonna be why. Did you miss anything in the first hour? Other than the first few minutes where we just kind of yapped for a bit, as I always do, it's been literally the exact. That's what this is. All this stream is gonna be. We're gonna be just XP grinding the whole time. Honestly, I mean, yeah, that's more of a like, what is the point of this series type question. I'm still level 10, but I'm getting very close to level 11. Like, honestly, I've not been keeping track, but I might even level up in like this fight. So honestly, if I haven't already leveled up, I will go and do fishing just to get some gold, because that buying and feeding method was not something that I want to do the whole time. So if I haven't already leveled up and wasted my energy globe for fishing this fight, at the end of this fight, then I will take a quick break from pretty much an hour straight of grinding, of just XP grinding, to just take a break to fish. We're going to be fast with the fishing. I'll probably just use the reveal fish spell. And honestly, I think the fish that I caught the most, obviously they were ice fish, but I don't know, what are like the best fish that we caught in the Arrow Village? Was it just the ice fish? You missed the stream? No, you're here. We're halfway through. Introvert and got curious. My pets, events, gardening, you're getting stuff somehow, or just getting crowns somehow? No getting crowns at all. Nope, no crowns, 0 crowns. If you level from this, doesn't that mess up the fishing energy cycle? Not really, because I don't really need. I'm no longer relying on fishing as gold source, because last time I did fishing, there's one time where I got 30,000 or 25,000, and then last time I got 10,000. I was so annoyed. But maybe I just need to target my fishing a little bit. Try to go for only one type of fish. So a low yield less semi fish because the big pool has mostly ice, but the bigger pool doesn't. So when the waterfall area is out, you should just reload. Well, yeah, it would be every 20 minutes. So yeah, I guess. Yeah, I think what ended up happening was I kept on missing the fish at the other pond. So, how far along you're in the PvE story? As far along as you can get. I've hit the paywall, so I'm as far as I can get. What's up, Oz? How you doing? Come on. Why don't you buy energy elixirs? They're not even that expensive. Dude, at this point, I don't know which comments are trolls and which comments are serious. Don't. Yeah, I don't know. Oh my goodness, yo, we were one. Yo, that's perfect. Okay, let's go and fish. That's perfect. That worked out for us. Perfect. We're an hour into the XP grind. I can take a break to just fish, and then I can do one more combat and then fish again. So next stream we'd have to get 1900 more XP, which is actually just over 2 hours. And because it's on a Saturday, I don't have karate right after to be on a time crunch, so I can go a little over next time. Just buy with all these people not understanding, just buy everything and say it was free. I mean, dude, everything is technically free, right? You just have to give them money and then it's free. I'm sorry, Rocket50. No, there's, if you check the pin, the pinned chat message, it says there's no free membership this series, which means there's no. What the heck? Oh, okay. All right. I get a. Oh wait, yeah. I should probably be paying attention to this stuff a little bit. 2,000. I mean, it's not that much gold though. Like, I think the higher gold rewards are gonna be much. Yeah, but this is like so far into it, and there's only 30. There's only a month of it left, so. Okay. Let's actually just to see what types of fish are mostly back here. Oh, there's a lot of stormfish. In fact, there's very few ice fish. I should really go back. You know what? One thing I should do is I should go back one of the streams, just see my quick sell thing, see what kind of fish you mainly get from back here, and then the problem is I think the sand bass and the blackberry jellyfish, which are the two fish that sell for the most, are ice fish, and I really don't want to miss out on the opportunity to catch one of those just because I use an inferior lure. Well, no, progress in this series is going to be progress in the events. That's why I suggest watching the first intro video. It explains everything. Oh, that was an ice fish. That was probably a jellyfish or a sand bass. Yeah, I mean, it's such a low chance to catch them anyways that I might as well just use a stormfish and guarantee catching whatever the stormfish is. Yeah, honestly, I might as well just like add you guys and you guys just gift me membership elixirs. I will, but Portal Apparel, that's the thing. It's an event. It's an actual event. Portal Apparel, once I hit level 30 and unlock Portal Apparel, it's perfectly valid to get XP from that. I won't get XP from free memberships because that's a limited time event that literally breaks the no membership rule of the series. But Portal Apparel is an actual, like, one of these special events. How it can be less confusing? Well, I mean, Jobless, I feel like that's pretty obvious. Like, Jobless means... Like, I called it Jobless because it's funny. But it's also, I feel like it should be obvious that. But I don't know. Level 30 reasonable? I think it is. Because with the Kraken pet, the Berserk Kraken, you increase how much XP per hour you get. And I think even with this current strat, I think I said it would take me 130 hours max to get to level 30. And that's from like level 0, I'm pretty sure. From level 0 all the way to level 30, that's how long it takes. Not even level 12. So, but that's assuming you don't do any kind of grinding. Like, you could do XP farming and do other stuff at the same time, so that your goal isn't just 130 hours of mindless grind. Plus, again, there's ways to speed it up by getting a pet that fizzles a lot to get you a lot of mana spent. Fishing easy to learn. I do have some fishing guides on my channel, and if you actually check the description, there's links to those guides. So, but yes, fishing is very easy to learn. There's not a whole lot to it. This is a stormfish, right? Yeah, so these are the very common fish that you get from this area, and they're pretty reliable in terms of the amount of gold yield you get from them. So I should just use the storm lure so that I pretty much guarantee catching those fish. And then yeah, if I get sand bass or whatever else I can get, that is a bonus for sure. When we had access to safari fishing, that was so nice because we had the sentinels. Because those you don't have to wait for them to do all this animation stuff. I wish there was another, like, surely there has to be another house that gives you a lot of XP by just like doing random fishing, right? Like, how much does this fish sell for? This is, so it's for stormfish. It's the doodle fish and that fish. Oh yeah, fish of the day. I should check that. How do you check that again? Is it? I guess you have to check lucky. I'm getting a lot of these. Yeah, credit system is a good way to make it so that you're not infinitely grinding something all in one day. It's a way for them to be like, yeah, this is our solution to making it so that people are still buying the gauntlets. It's not just one guy buying it and everyone adding them. Or not just one guy buying it, putting it on housing tours, and then you have free access to this gauntlet. But it also makes it that you don't have to have someone added to be able to access a gauntlet. And it also heavily incentivizes socializing, because in the Portal of Peril there's the... Okay, that fish is moving so fast that I feel like it's a sand bass or a jellyfish. I feel like there's no other reason as to why a fish would be moving that fast. And that is like going lightning speed. Oh my goodness, I'm not even gonna... Okay, there we go. Sand bass, jellyfish, sand bass, jellyfish. Sand bass, jellyfish, sand bass, jellyfish, sand bass. Hey! Oh, never mind. It's a triggerfish. Oh, wait, no. Yeah. What do you mean triggerfish? Yeah, that is nice. And also, I think that was a small fry too, so that's gonna sell for a lot. What kind of passion regarding real events? Your couch pit video was a lifesaver for my wallet. Keep it up, my dude. Much love, dude. I appreciate it, and I really do appreciate the fact that I'm able to talk about things that are near and dear to me, and there are people that aren't completely turned off by that. I do realize that one stream, I did talk for 40 minutes about it, and you know, there's like that is a little excessive, because at that point it's like okay, we like, I don't expect people to have to sit through like an entire stream where I'm just constantly talking about that all the time and like not even focusing on the game. So I should watch myself and not go too overboard with it. But yes, I will, you know, I'm not going to just, like, if there's something that's affecting me or affecting someone in chat, that is absolutely something that I should talk about. Although I should do, I need to find a way to do it so that it's not like, so that it's organic. I don't want to just like bring things up out of the blue. I want to organically have it as part of the content. But yeah, I'm glad the couch potato guide was helpful. Again, it's like, I sound so sad in that video, and it's such a scuffed video, but people still like it so much, so. And, you know, that means a lot to me. So I do appreciate kind words. Nice. I'm almost rank 6 in fishing, by the way. And I haven't even fished in any like different houses. It's just been this house. This house and the Wizard City fishing quest. Obviously I can't get the rank 6 fishing spell because I don't have access to the zones. I think from either the lost pages or the 5 boxes, one of those 2 events gives you like the Green Warden energy gear. So that is pretty cool. That would be nice to just have on all my characters. Although it would take a lot of grinding. Bounce walking not too long ago, got me back to Wisdom content. Much love, dude. I appreciate it. Yes, we will be bringing back all those videos. Although we definitely won't be continuing them because if I ever were to do a budget walkthrough again, I want to do it in a way where from the beginning I can control every aspect of it and actually realize what I'm getting myself into. And the way I was doing the ice walkthrough was very good, actually. What's the best fish I could get from here? It might be stormfish. I want to say it would be stormfish. I don't see how any of the other fish would be that useful here. So let's just go for more stormfish. Could go for energy pet as well. Yes, that is also true. Like, just pet training itself again is a huge part of the series. What's up, Lamont Phillips? How you doing? Been on vacation? Well, I hope you're having a great vacation. Oh, that's annoying. Dang, that was a stormfish too. Okay, maybe I just got unlucky that one time with the 10,000 yield. Plus, by the time it's all said and done, this fishing will have taken us about 15 minutes, which isn't too bad. 30 minutes of fishing, an hour and a half of grinding, XP grinding, not bad at all. I say 30 minutes because we're going to do fishing again as soon as I do one more. Nice. That's a small fry. Or, no, it's not. It's just smaller than average. Remake tutorials for membership precisely, or is that in the past? I will, absolutely. In fact, the best content that came out of the budget walkthrough, outside of the budget walkthrough itself, was the gear guide, the gear and deck setup guides. Those things, people really loved those. Honestly, just gear guides, pet guides, things that are very ingrained into the standard PvE. Those are the best kinds of guides that you can make, because that's the overwhelming large player base. A large majority of the Wiz audience is casual players who just, okay, Storm School of Fish is also a thing you can get. Interesting. If you remember, starting next week for 2 weeks. Wait, really? Is that actually a thing? If so, again, it doesn't affect how our series goes, but that's interesting. Maybe that will finally answer people's questions of, are you going to use free membership when it comes out? Oh, really? It is interesting. Wait. One of the things I was considering doing was making a new account when free membership happens and just try to get as much progress as possible. But if it's happening 2 weeks from now, or if it's happening next week, I don't have the time right now. What I would have to do is prepare for something like that well in advance. And plus, I would use the free first 2 weeks that you get, because that's an extra 2 weeks that you get at any time. But you would have to do it like it's something to do with like using like a friend invite thing or something like that. Okay, Arrowdwarf, Doodlefish, these. Okay, Goldfish groupers are not that great. Oh, look at that, 6,000. That's literally more than a third of our stuff. And yeah, wow, Storm Schoolfish isn't bad either. But yeah, these Goldfish groupers are not great. I'm just realizing. The Doodlefish are the ones that go for a good amount. Not bad though. In fact, we have enough gold to be able to just level up off of just Spirit Absorbs now. Or Spirit Armors. Which, honestly, we had a lot anyways. But, yeah. I had 100 to start, so I am mostly through them. Alright, let's do one little XP grind thing. Okay, that's happening right now. Alright. Let's do one little run. Let's do some more fishing. And then for the rest of the stream, we'll just do more XP grinding. Why Spirit Armor? It's the same animation time as... Actually, that is actually a question that I've not answered that much, so thank you for asking. So Spirit Armor, specifically because it is related to the amount of mana you spend, it's a 3-pip spell and it has the same animation time as all these other hanging effects, which makes it, if you think about it in terms of XP per time spent, it's it's one of the most efficient spells in the game. Like, boom, that's 9 XP right there. I don't know how many... That can't be 2 bats, because if I were to discard 2 bats at the beginning, I would draw 2 absorbs right away. Piece of equipment that gives spirit... Oh yeah, it's probably an amulet. That would be nice. That saves us 1 spirit armor per fight in terms of using a TC. Yeah. Can I show, or do we, what rates fish spawn at their village? Can I never... You think Kaya is going to show rates for anything ever? Is their village usually the best place to go farm gold for fishing? From my limited testing, it seems to still be the best. It's just nowhere near as good as... It's not anywhere near as good as it was before. React Sauce News. We'll stream while you farm. I don't want to watch other people's content and act like it's my content. I'm sure he wouldn't mind, but it's just, especially on YouTube. I feel like that's just that would just like shouldn't violate TOS. Like if you were doing it on Twitch, because there's like different platforms, like I think it's technically okay, but I would definitely not do it without his permission. And also, it just feels icky. No, if Cat gives free codes or packs, I will not use them because that's redeeming a code and there's no redeeming of any codes. Everything must be within the game. Big Shack ferric back. I don't know if I have the energy today, dude. I've been up since I've been up for now pretty much 20 hours, and I will not be sleeping again for another like I won't be sleeping again for another 17 hours. Bro, I'm gonna be up like 40 hours without any sleep. That's crazy. All right, 1950 XP to level up after this. Do enemies in the game still have infinite cards? So the devs say that the enemies do have a deck that they use spells off of. But yeah, I don't like, does it have infinite cards? I don't know. Maybe it like reshuffles once it gets to 0. But then again, they say every single mob has a deck. Is that deck infinite, or there are some like this, for example, the sprite minion would stop casting spells once at a certain point and just sit on max pips. But I don't know if that was because of the AI was weird, or if it was just running out of cards. I don't know. Oh, we get another spiral scene thing. Dang, the fish didn't respawn. We'll come back later. Because I believe it's every I don't know. At least I thought it was every 20 minutes, but I guess not. I don't know exactly how the respawning works. Maybe if I go back in now it would work, but we don't have to do it right now. We can wait towards the end. Oh yeah, Goat Monk and Lumiere in the deck. A mob has a deck but it is infinite. Okay, that's kind of what I thought it was. Make a beat during stream. So events? Yes, events. Spam the events for scroll points because I want to do things in their specific orders. Eventually I want to do the events by playing them to their fullest, and for Decathlon I need to have a reliable gold source before doing all that. Do I make beats? I do not. I could sleep before I go to work. Like after karate, I could get like a nice 2 hours of sleep. I'll try, but we'll see. Beastmoon is spammable? Yeah. Beastmoon is the spammiest of spammables. That one you could go in, you could get a really quick, fast loss and just move on to the next one. Make beats while you farm. No, dude. There are things I could do while farming, but I guess I'll figure that out. There won't be that much mindless grinding. I guess during the decathlon there may be. Once I get to a point where I'm just I have enough progress in decathlon where I'm just grinding for runes. But even then, decathlon does require a little bit more thinking than just spamming the same card. Although I guess you're just spamming shields half the time, so maybe, I don't know. Oh yeah, balance decathlon is its own separate beast. Could not be that stage 10. I think I did end up beating it, but it was just kind of annoying. Exact damage to the death damage from model disappear. There are some of the cast spells. Well, that's usually some visual bug. When you get to within 1 HP or a very close amount of HP, it looks like they're to get defeated, but they're not. And then sometimes a visual bug will happen where it looks like you weren't defeated, but you are. Yes, Chase is correct. Thank you. He's trolling you, Corn. So the fastest way to grind XP requires you to use the mechanics of how XP grinding works, which means the mana that you spend as well as the cards that you cast increase the amount of XP you get. So by casting these 0 pip spells, I get XP for each one that I cast, but it also doesn't take that much animation time, and I build pips. But yes, I am faking the minion out. The minion is very confused. Bro, I will say, like, I don't understand why people are burning flags and vandalizing things. Like, blocking traffic is one thing, because it's like, yeah, it's like, you know, but permanently defacing things and also doing things that will actually enrage the average person that sees that without doing any real benefit to the cause, because you're not inconveniencing someone by burning a flag. And I guess the only person you're inconveniencing is like the owner of the building by vandalizing, but it's just, those are permanent images that get stuck in someone's head, and they just see your causes just like as an enemy. It just further polarizes people. USA flags, yeah. Like, there are people outside the Capitol, and of course, like, they're absolutely within the right to be enraged, because here comes a guy that's the leader of a foreign nation who starts trashing on American citizens, and then the American representatives of those citizens are cheering him on, giving him a standing ovation for every time he says something insane. But I will say, the flag burning stuff, it only hurts. It only hurts. It's just unnecessary. Brings attention. It brings only negative attention, the flag burning. There's no positive attention that it brings. No, yeah, I agree, Blast. I agree with that sentiment. But the issue is, the average person does not think that way. The average person, it's almost seen as blasphemy. Like, think of it as like blasphemy, basically. Like, to them, it is blasphemous to burn the flag. So yeah, it is burning a piece of fabric, but to a person like burning a religious book, for example, they're technically just burning a book, but you know, that doesn't mean that you can now criticize the religious person for getting annoyed because, oh, you're just burning a book, you know. What for me? Blasphemy. You're funny. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. And I noticed too, it's from people who are not as heavily impacted by the cause. Like, the people most impacted by what's happening are Palestinians, most of all, and then Muslims after that, if you're thinking of two groups. Because 85 to 90% of Palestinians are Muslims, and that area is a very important site for us. But I feel like the average Muslim and the average Palestinian are just look at that and they're like, what did burning that flag, and again, I'm not gonna say, you know, those people are evil. There was a lot of young people, and they're misguided. And again, I'm sure there's controlled opposition in there as well to incite things to purposely make the cause look bad, and then, you know, one person does something wrong, and then that like causes the other people who just, like, you know, when you're in that like hive mind state, like, all it takes is one person to do something wrong and it just gets out of control. But burning any flag is kind of extreme. No, yeah, I agree. Yeah, it is. I don't know. It's just a weird thing that they just shouldn't have done, in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, no. So misguided. By misguided, I mean the people who are like genuinely like I'm talking about the like the people that shouted like Allahu Akbar after it. Like, what? Over burning a flag? Like takbir, Allahu Akbar. Like that's something you say when someone does an amazing thing. What is amazing about burning a flag? Like now now what's gonna happen is the media's gonna really focus in on that and be like, guys, look at this, look at what these evil pro-Palestine protesters are doing. And the average American is gonna see that and be like, and now the whole Netanyahu speech that he like gave where he's just trashing on American citizens, like that's gonna, the media's obviously gonna focus on that, but obviously paint it in a good way. But that's gonna be now distracted, you know, instead of people seeing that and seeing like, you know, hey, why is this foreign leader getting so much attention? Like I can't even pay, like I'm paying all these taxes and there's this foreign leader just like trashing on stuff, even though, and there are some people who are against it, but they're still like, they still see that as First Amendment at the end of the day. But now they see someone burning an American flag and they're like, okay, wait, maybe I should support this foreign leader because these people are literally burning the American flag, you know? So, I don't know. It feels wrong. It feels a lot like the people that are like, you know, that start saying like insane stuff online. Like it's like, bro, just if you're gonna do this kind of nonsense, just don't support our cause, because you're hurting more than you're helping, you know. There's too many people that are simply in it for themselves. They're looking for they're looking for their own like personal gain, and that definitely is a turnoff. Grinding Water on your Death Wizard? No, I'll be deleting all my main account wizards at some point, most likely. Why wouldn't you use free trivia or gauntlets? Back in my day when I was a broke kid, I would do those all day. Well, gauntlets back in your day and back in my day too, because I used to do that as well. Gauntlets would be something that you could have access to just by finding a house that you don't have to have the owner added. But nowadays, no matter how you get into the house, unless you have the owner added as a friend, you cannot access the gauntlets in that house. So it's not the same as it used to be back then. And I don't, because people are following along in this series, I don't want to have that as like a requirement of someone to follow this series that they have to have it added. Plus, there is a free alternative in the Portal of Peril to do that. And then trivia is just kind of a boring thing. Trivia is just kind of boring. It's not really, like, there's no way it can be good content in my opinion. Like one-time trivia, yeah, but then after that, it's just, you're spending a ton of time doing like just boring trivia that everyone already knows the answers to. You can play, but it's through a glitch, I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm 90% sure you can only do it if you glitch the system. If you, like, there's like an exploit to do it. Yo, this guy has the same name as me. Pagoda Wishbone you can just access, really? I'll have to check that out. If that's the case, I could have just saved a ton of time here, but that would be kind of weird, though. Yeah, exactly. Penalty, exactly. You know, I'm pretty sure. I'm 90% sure that they updated Winterbane and Pagoda to also not be accessible unless you have them added. I know back in the day it was like I think there were only a few gauntlets out at the time. It was 3 gauntlets, and the third one was where you have to have them added. I think it was like the Spiral Cup gauntlet. So it was Winterbane Hall and Midnight Sun Pagoda. And then those 2 gauntlets, you don't have to have the owner added. But then for the Spiral Cup gauntlet, you had to have the person added. Yeah, Spiral Gauntlet was the first, yeah. And then eventually, once they started adding more gauntlets, they updated Winterbane to do the same thing. So, check to see. Not this stream. I'll check it off stream at some point because I'm pretty sure I'm right on this. And I don't want to distract from this grind that we're doing, because next Saturday I absolutely have to get this button down and completed. Bro, if you think about it, we made some really good progress today. Like, we're basically, the amount of XP we're away is how much it took us to get to level 11 in the first place. Oh, I am running out of cards. Actually, after this run, it'll probably be a good opportunity to go and restock our TC and also check to see if that pond has reset. Exactly what you're doing. I am exploring everything that's available in Wizard101 free to play without adding someone, without using any of the membership stuff. Right now I'm just trying to get to level 12 because that's where you really start to unlock everything. Yeah, that is a way to go about it. Super bucket. Yeah, exactly what Asumar said. Oh my goodness, dude. That is not against rules, Suleiman, but better than the mana pet would be a pet that gives me XP, a pet that gives me a card that fizzles a lot, that's high pips, and a pet that has Maycasts in it, so that a lot more time is being spent. Because the Maycast spells, the amount of pips that spell costs, it gives you that mana, or it gives you that XP for that. But then you're not going through mob time, so it's like it's usually pretty good. Yeah, we will make pests and stuff eventually, just not now. Alright, we are out of the spirit armors for now. So let's first go and do some fishing. And then after we're done with the fishing, then we'll do some other stuff. Like, for example, ending stream and going to sleep. Just kidding, I have to go to karate, so I can't do that. Haha. Please give me my back pond area restocked. Please. Uh-oh. No shot, right? Bro, what? Okay, I was gonna say, bro, there's no way. Dude, one of the fish I caught was a sand bass that literally increased our yield by like 4,000 gold, which is literally a quarter of it's literally a quarter of the freaking price. Oh, angler management. Catch anyone. Oh, okay. Nice. Good to know. We caught 100 fish. Cracking item card got fixed to correct accuracy. Well, no, that's the. I'm not talking about Kraken. I'm talking about the Berserk Kraken. You're telling me that's 70% now? I thought that was supposed to be. I thought it was initially 40, and then they updated it to 55%. And then XP boost is only for gardening? Dang, really? Man. Actually, for your membership, that's what someone said, yeah. But I'm not going to be using that, of course. It's still 55? Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, what's this? Channel bass. I feel like I've not gotten that in a while. Bro, fish to TV. What a pair of glitches? There's glitches? I mean, why would I be surprised about that? Bro, what? The whole time I was like, why is the fish going so slowly to it? Yo, surely. Bro, what? Come on. Okay, thank goodness. What's your most and least favorite spell since that time? Since 130 or like a new spell? And is that animation wise or based on like what the spell does? I don't know. I haven't really. There's too many spells in the game. You can agree on those are all a bunch of whiz heads. That's facts. That's factual evidence. Oh, did they really say update? Oh. Wait. Probably the first, either the first raids update. Ooh, that's the holiday fish. Mistletoe angler, seasonal fish. Yeah, update. Probably the first raid. That was awesome. It was a lot of fun. And honestly, I liked the Novus update until I figured out what the farming system was like. The actual like, fight itself, final fight, I kind of liked it. It was interesting. It was unique. The farming experience, not so much. It was unique, and then it was uniquely bad. I should be careful not to stomp out any fish. Best update Walrus, worst summer 2023 update. What was the summer 2023 update? I forgot. That was around the time where I literally completely quit from PvP as well, but I don't remember what it was. Was it the new raid, the Hunhao raid, the Azteca Crying Sky Juicer or whatever? Was it Patrick Star? I mean, episode 2 yet? No, because episode 2 is going to be a long time, because this isn't even episode 1. I know, I'm making so many changes. Episode 1 is going to be Golden Gardens. This is the preliminary episode. Because so many people are calling this, like, scuffed, or, you know, like, what's the point of this type thing? We're calling this preliminary, because this is not even where it starts. It starts once we actually start doing things outside of what people expect. Come on, let me catch the fish. Bro, what's happening? Yay. affiliation to an ex-YouTuber named... What the heck? Isn't that the name of the elf dude in Firecat Alley? I don't have any affiliation with any YouTubers. His friend of yours and your content and thumbnails are pretty similar to his. Okay. I mean, my thumbnails aren't exactly unique. I'm just using Wiz assets to make them. Plus, the thumbnails that I'm making now are different than how I used to make them, so. But yeah, I have no idea who that is. It is 55%? Yeah, that's what I thought. Because, like, the, like, it used to be 40%. And I kind of wish it still was, because 40% would be really nice. But 55 is still very good. Bro, I'm so tired. Just let me catch these fish. There we go. All right. Shall we spend the last few minutes just getting a bunch of stuff? Okay, wow, 20,000. So yeah, if you just get a lot of these Arrow of Dwarf Doodlefish, these also sell for a good amount. And then obviously the holiday fish. So the school fish are decent. So these are just bad fish. Goldfish groupers we just don't want to get too many of. Still, we've made back a good amount of gold. Now real quick before I do anything, let's calculate how much XP I get per juicer. So I use 4 absorbs, which is 9 XP per absorb. So that's 36 plus 36 plus 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 17 plus 36, that's 46, that's 53. So 53 XP per. So 1950 minus 394 divided by 56 is 27 more fights. About 28 when you round it up. 28 more fights times 4 used per thing is 112 minus 4 because I already have 4 is 108. Or wait, no, I'm using 5 per thing, right? Yeah, I'm using 5 per thing, so 28 times 5 is 140 minus 4, so I need 136 more. I'll buy, like, I mean, even buying 100 is so many, but it's a necessary evil. I'll do that for now, and then we need more, we'll get them. Because I have to factor in the fact that we're going to be fizzling a lot of lightning bats too, so. Yep. Next stream on Saturday, we should be... Because how much XP did we get today? We got 300... We got 1,300 XP, so... But we also spent a lot of time fishing, so next stream... We can stream for a little bit longer, and we should be able to hit level 12, and that's going to be the end of the episode, so, yeah. Fight counter on your screen next time? Yeah, but that's just something that I have to... That's like another extra step. I don't think I'll do that for now, because... like it's pretty obvious how many fights it's gonna take, because we get, like, look, we get 84 XP pretty much every time. It's just, yeah, if we fizzle, we get a little bit more XP. So I don't think it's, I mean, we could literally just find, like for example, did I quit out at all today? I don't think I did. 84, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 fights today. So, yeah. Yeah, we can see from the XP bar too, so yeah. Yeah, next stream's gonna be a little longer than the 2 hours, because I think it's still a good idea to do fishing for gold for now. Just because we got unlucky that one time. 20,000 is still a good amount for the amount of time we spent. 15 minutes, 20,000 gold is not terrible at all, I don't think, so we'll keep doing it. That way we make some progress towards our red barn farm, and we're not spending forever once we start that new series getting that. So yeah, I'm super tired though. I gotta go to karate. Gotta do a bunch of stuff. So I appreciate y'all being here in the stream. One more episode left one more day left of this episode, and then I will edit a bunch of stuff once I get back from friend's wedding, and it'll be hopefully a very nice video. And then next Thursday we'll roll right into episode 2 or episode 1. So yeah. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Much love. Stay safe out there wherever you are. Have fun. Enjoy life. And as always, have a good evening.